So the last section, 6.5, is called the trapezoidal rule. So basically, we're going to go kind of full circle. Basically, in 6.1, we learned how to use Riemann sum, or we learned how to use rectangles to find the area. Instead of using a rectangle, they want you to use a trapezoid. So, just to show you in a curve, if you stick trapezoids in there, they would fit better in there. And this is like x equals 1, x equals 2, 3, 4, and so on. But if you blow this up, this is the height, and this is base 1 and base 2 of the trapezoid. And here's to find the area. The area, I guess it's over here. The area is 1/2 the height, so the height never changes, it stays the same. The height is the x-axis, and the B1 and the B2 are dictated by both of the y-axis. But watch, when you put another one on here, do you see that B2 gets used twice, but only B1 gets used once? Do you see that? You need B1 for the little trapezoid and B2. For the next size, you need B2, and then you'll need B3. So that's why the formula is this. 1/2 of H is the same thing as H divided by 2. And that H never changes. It should be the same interval. You need the first value, and then 2 times the second x, and 2 times the second, or the second x, all the way to only the first. So I'll show you right here. Here's the problem, and this is a parabola, and we're only going from 1 to 2. And you are going to use n equals 4, so we're going to place 4 of them in there. So if we put 4 of them in there, I'm going to blow this up a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. I'm going to put, this is 1.5, this is 1.25, and this is 1.75. So basically we're going to put 1 in here, 2 in here, 3 in here, and 4 in here. So this is the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. So the first thing we're going to do is use the trapezoidal method. As you can see, the heights of all of these is it's 1/2 h, and the height of all of these go up by 1/4. The half is part of the problem. The 1/4 is the height of your trapezoid. And then what you're going to do is you're going to plug 1 into the equation x squared, and you're going to get 1. You're going to plug 1.25 up into that equation, but you're going to have 2 of them. So you're going to have 2 of them, which is 3.125, because you have, this shares the base of 1 and base 2. So this is only 1 of them. This is multiplied by 2, and then you keep going. The next base is also multiplied by 2. So the next base is going to be 1.5, but do you see that it shares the same, the 2 and the 3? So put 1.5 in there, square it, and multiply it by 2. You're going to get 4.5. Then put 1.75 in there, multiply it by 2. You're going to get 6.125 plus, and then put 2 in there, back up into here, and you get 4. But you don't have to multiply it by 2, because if you look at the formula, the last one and the first one are just times by 1, and the middle ones share bases. They're by 2's. You add that all up in A, and you're going to get 2.344. Okay, and then B we're going to come back to. C, they want you to go from 1 to x squared dx. They want you to use your calculator, and the calculator gets 2.333. So you look at this one, and you look at the real one using the calculator, and it's just slightly an overestimate. Just slightly, it's an overestimate, the trapezoidal method. Okay, let's just do one more, and there's a couple more other parts. But you are going from 0 to 2 on this one, 0 to 2. But you want to put 6 trapezoids in there. If you put 6 trapezoids in there, you need to know that 2 divided by 6, you know that you need to count by thirds. So you're going to have 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3. And the graph looks like this. That's what the graph looks like. It's a cube graph. And you are going to place trapezoids in there. And the 0, 2. So you see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So you know that the trapezoid always starts with 1/2 the height, and the height never changes. It's 1/3. You're going to plug 0, which is the first base. That's what the first x value. It's a little one. It looks like this. And it starts at 0, and it ends at 1/3. So I'm kind of blowing this up. So I put 0 back up into here, and I'm going to get a -3 when I put 0 in there. I'm also going to put 1/3 in there, and when I put 1/3 in there, I am going to put 1/3 in there, but then after you get 1/3, you got to make sure you multiply by 2, which is a -5.63. Because the 1/3 isn't just one of the bases, it also is part of the second base. And then you have to plug 1 in there, and when you plug 1 in there, you also have to multiply by 2. Plug 4/3 in there and multiply by 2, and plug, and keep doing that. You're going to get 4.926. Okay, now you're going to do that's the A part. The B part we're going to come back to. The C part, you're going to go 0 to 2, hit your F and I N T button, put this all into your calculator, F and I N T, and it's going to end up being 4.6 repeating. Again, this is an overestimate. The trapezoidal method is an overestimate. So that's the first part of the assignment. And now the second part of the assignment is they want you to find the volume of the pond. And they're telling you that the depth is 10. So in order to do the volume, you're going to do 1/2. And all of these, it's hard to see, but they're not the best. But all of these little squiggles right here are spaced out by 8ths. That's what n is equal to 8. So they're all spaced out. So it never changes, that's the 8. And then you're going to start and you're going to, this one is the first number, which is 0, and there's only one 0. But there has to be 2 50s, so that makes 100. There has to be 2 65s, that makes 130. There has to be 2 72s, which is 144, and you keep going all the way until there's only one 0 again, and you're going to get 5,072. But if you want the volume, you also have to multiply that by 10, which makes 50,720 cubic feet. So that would have gave you the area, but you have to multiply it by 10 to get the volume. And the last thing, I think it's still on this page, yep, the last thing we have to talk about is how do you do the trapezoidal rule given a chart. It's the same thing. as you can see that all of these go up by 5s, so it's 1/2 the height, which is 5. The first one is 12 for the Y, the next one's gonna be 36, the next one's gonna be 44, 54, 56, and back to 135. And you're gonna get 592.5 square units. And that's all for the trapezoidal method.